Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Golden Lion Tarot here to bring you a timeless tarot reading. Today we will be discussing what is it that makes you highly attractive. So I've gone ahead and pulled some cards for you and aligned them with a few crystals. So take all the time that you need to choose which pile is calling out to you. If there's more than one today, then go with whatever your heart is calling for you. All right, so pile number one, we've got this small ruby tumbled zoisite. So those are little rubies embedded into this zoisite. The zoisite's the greenish with blue colors throughout it. This is like such an absolute gorgeous stone. It's so breathtaking. Okay, then we have, also I wanted to say that the ruby zoisites are great for helping us to self-soothe. They help to um, kind of like balance our anger, our despair when we're grieving. So they help to balance our emotions, our negative emotions, our unwelcomed emotions, our frustrating emotions. Okay, then we've got the celestite. Such a, it's just so like light and fluffy and just positive, so beautiful. The celestite helps with connecting to the angelic realms. It helps us to enhance our psychic abilities. And then thirdly, we've got my all-time favorite stones, the just the normal quartz crystals. Quartz crystals help with overall well-being, also with keeping your mind clear and to just balance the entire body, balance all of the systems of the body. It also helps to improve energy levels. So we ask these crystals to do all of that for us during this reading. All right, take all the time you need to find the reading that's right for you. Welcome to this reading, pile number one. You chose this lovely little ruby zoisite. There's no denying how absolutely gorgeous this crystal is, and every time I see the ruby zoisite, it's kind of like breathtaking, the amount of beauty it holds. It's got like these pastels that just, they go together so nicely. So ruby zoisites are great for self-soothing, they also are really good for blood circulation. So if you are having issues with your with the circulation in your feet or throughout your body, then this would be a great stone to acquire. And if you would like to use these stones to help you to self-soothe, to relax, to help ease anger and frustrations, they're also wonderful for that. So we ask this stone to radiate its beautiful blessings onto this reading. All right, so what is it that makes pile number one so highly attractive? We've got the Ace of Swords. All right, so could be a lot of you are wonderful with your words, are great speakers, or know exactly what to say when somebody is feeling down in the dumps. Ooh, and we've got the Ten of Swords. So you may also have had your share of burdens in this lifetime, to say it politely. Then we've got the Queen of Discs. Nice. Wow. So people look at you as a sort of matriarch. I feel that you you're some sort of a stabilizing factor to so many people. I don't This does not mean that you don't have to be higher up in age, but if you're younger, you can still have this sort of stabilizing force. And when people are around you, they just kind of feel like they're going to be taken care of. Like you have their back. You're looking out for the good of humanity. You're looking out for the good of your family and for your friends. Very beautiful, very attractive. All right, we've got conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. So even if somebody feels like they're incompatible, you may be able to see how that could be to their benefit. You look at a conflict as being a sense of like a good thing. It's almost like I'm feeling like that Libra energy where you see like opposites almost attract because they weigh each other out and give each other a sense of normalcy. If you have you're the type of person that knows if you have too much of one thing that it's a bad thing. You understand moderation, and that's sexy. You are like the great equalizer in some way to the people that love you. Unappreciated. I felt like you did not care. Okay, so some of your past lovers feel like you did not appreciate them. It's almost like I'm getting a sense of superiority. Like when you stood next to this person or people, they always felt like they came up short next to you. It's almost like you have a sense of pride that overextends. But it's not like it's your fault. It's just this energy that you exude without meaning to. It's almost like you have nobility in your blood. Okay, we also have unfinished business. Yes, we still have things to resolve and discuss. Okay, I was getting that feeling like sometimes you just walk away before giving you've walked away without giving people like what do they call it? Closure. There's people out there that feel like they never got closure when you left them, and it could be multiple people because you just finally realized it's like you came to a point that you noticed that this person was not going to be making your life any better, so you just walked away because right, you're this energy of keeping everything together, weighing this with that and bringing out like a neutrality and a sense of well-being. And if somebody isn't able to do their part to weigh out a certain factor, like an important factor in your life, you will just toss them to the side. And they don't really understand what you're doing because they feel like you looked at loved them even with their insecurities, even with their even though that they weren't maybe like as high quality of a person that you are, it's like you loved them. But then when you finally like disregard them as a potential mate, it really like hurt them to the core, and they feel like they were never given like a sound reason. Something about that just makes there's something about that energy that makes you very attractive to the people that have been in love with you. They feel like they needed that stabilizing factor, and without you, they haven't found quite the balance that you withheld for them. It's almost like you were a mother to them, like you love them with their faults and all, and you evened them out because you were able to see their faults very easily, so it's like you made up for their faults. But if they weren't able to make the scales balance, it's almost like you kicked them out of the nest. That's how they feel. I'm not saying that's how I'm feeling that they have felt. That I'm not saying that's what you did, but they feel a sense of like betrayal. But they also look up to you for that. All right, we've got number 10, the muse living in my dreams. So some of you may have dated someone that was a bit older than them or quite a bit younger than them. It's like you're willing to date outside of uh, your age group in order to find someone that really like equals you out and makes you feel balanced. For the others of you, there's people that are still dreaming about you, that think of you often. They These people like fantasize about about you. They think about you. They When they dream about you at nighttime, they feel like they are being taken care of and they're with someone that's really that understands them. Even though, because it's like you're able to like bring the sort of truth to a lot of people, and you're even able to do that when you're undergoing a lot of burdens. Okay, we've got pride, arrogance, ego, stubborn. So I feel like you have a lot of pride here, but you don't do it in a terribly egoic way. But when people are around you, they feel this it's like this maturity within you. This maturity that feels so comfortable, and they wonder why you don't have like a big ego because of this level of maturity that you have. Okay, really amazing here. Let's see if we can pull some more cards. Okay, so I would like to clarify a few of these cards, Spirit. Do the Ace of Swords. We've got the Six of Earth, and I feel that this is going to be, okay, unfinished business, charity, generosity, and windfall. We've got the Six of Earth. So sixes are all about giving and receiving. Okay. Some people feel that it's like they just can't get over you because of your ability to give to them. It's almost like they felt that they gained like, what is it? Like a jackpot, a sort of jackpot when they landed in your arms, because the way you're able to give evenly, and when you gave to them, they never felt like you overly gave to them, but that you gave them what they were owed, and it made them feel mothered and like not overly given to, but like in a motherly way. Like you made sure that they were doing right, and then they got a reward. Okay. The Ace of Swords, please, Spirit. We've got the High Priestess. So whenever you're speaking, it's like you have this patience and this inner wisdom that comes to you when it's almost like you're able to call somebody out with this sort of wisdom and intuition, but you don't do it in a rude way. You do it like with a sense of calm and in sincerity, like you're really looking out for their well-being when you give them a piece of information, and that shines through, and people really respect that and find you very like sexy, and it's like they can't get enough of that. It might hurt for a minute, but they know it's coming from a place of love, so they really like, it's almost like they need that and they want more of it. It's like you always have time, even when you're so burdened down, to give somebody a piece of helpful advice. Please clarify. Okay, so we've got the Three of Water, celebration, community, friendship. So they really feel like they lost a sense of like friendship when they when they don't have you. When you were with them, they felt like they had a true friend, like a real friend, someone that they could trust. It's like you would look at them and say, you know, if they were eating like an extra piece of cake when they shouldn't have, is that really what you should be doing? You know, you would give those words, and you would do it because you were hoping to really help them to think a little differently. And it's not like you would do it in front of somebody. You would do it in a way that's respectful and loving. You also like gave them a sense, you give people a sense of community because it's such a nurturing, overseeing. I feel like you would be the one that would balance the checkbook and pay the bills too. It's like you always make sure everything is in line. Yeah, the Ten of Swords, Spirit. Okay, so I feel like a lot of times when you're overburdened, you keep it to yourself and you didn't like to hurt other people with it. Maybe that's something that was attractive but wasn't always on your side. I feel that for some of you, when you're overburdened, you keep it to yourself instead of relying on your friends. People might have found that attractive, that you don't like to overburden others. But that's maybe, you know, something you deserve to have the ability to not be in the best light too. You deserve to be loved when you're not in the best light too, is what Spirit's trying to tell you, because you are this solid, amazing person, and it's okay to not be at your best around the people that you love. Okay, so I feel like after there's a conflict, it's almost like that's when you truly shine. That's when you really like love somebody deeply. And I feel like it's going along with the last two cards. So when right after you have a conflict, it's like you know that that person was feeling very vulnerable because you just like said out loud um what their the opposite of strengths, like with their Achilles heel, like you brought their Achilles heel right out in front of everyone, like what they are not great at doing, or not in front of everyone, but out in front of that person. And then after you do that, you want to shower them with a lot of love, and it's like you know exactly when to give a lot of love, and it's very respected. And I feel like a future mate or a mate that you're with now would like to do the same thing for you, would like you to feel vulnerable enough to show your your insecurities a little bit, or where you might come up short, because all humans come up short at sometimes. We can't always be the matriarch or the patriarch or the person that's, you know, sometimes the person that's at the head needs to fall a little bit too. And I guess what the people that love you want you to know is that they're not gonna have doubts in you. They're not gonna feel like that you are lacking if you are vulnerable enough to show that you're not perfect. And they would like to show you love during the times that you're not perfect too. And not just like rattle your cage when you're doing something like shameful or something that's going to upset the system that's going on. It's okay if you upset the system once in a while, because people want to shower you with love too. They find it really sexy that you're able to do that. That it's like you're able to show someone what they're doing wrong and like shower them with love at the same time. And it's really elegant and beautiful. It's like you're totally civil when you're seeing that someone's coming up short. People don't feel like you're being icy and cold when you're handing them valuable information that they could integrate into their lives. So there's a little bit of stagnation of you not allowing yourself to come up short once in a while, but I feel like that's something that's easily, maneuvered through easily enough. It's just that you've never felt as safe as you are because you're like the matriarch. You're the solid foundation all the time. So you don't expect that other people can hold that degree of love. Because you do hold a lot of love. You're just like very beautiful and strong. And you know how to say things. It's very sexy. Okay, so it's you know that it's okay that all the people around you are just like singing their own beautiful song, and you love to like see all parts of these people. I believe that if you see somebody that's probably like a narcissist, or like it's become like transparent that they have ill intentions, those are the people that you drop quite easily. But ultimately, you know that everyone around you is super special and like playing their own song, singing their own song, dancing to their own music. And you really appreciate that about people. And everybody finds that very like elegant, and you're an asset because you can see that. Let's have a card for the pride. Yes, there's justice. And I've been feeling that I'm not surprised at all that justice has come up at all, or that justice is here, because I kept feeling that Libran energy. It's like a Venus, very sexy, very beautiful. So people that weren't super close to you might think that you have a lot of pride because you're able to put people in their place so easily. But the ones that are close to you, that have been able to love you, they know that you're doing it only to keep the world turning, to keep the world from spinning out of control. It's like you have a coarseness about you, but you do it in such a charmful, polished way. Okay, anything else, Spirit, that would like to come through for why pile 1 is highly attractive? What makes pile 1 highly attractive? Wow, so you're you give off this super attraction. You have like this force to be reckoned with, and look at that. You're going to be attracting your twin flame, or you've attracted your twin flame at some point. So you might have had like a rocky relationship with someone for quite a while, or you did this back and forth trying to get the scales to even out, because you have a massive you attract equality. So more than not, you have attracted someone that is almost like your opposite, that you have been evening out, going back and forth with, or trying to bring a sense of, it's like a sense of opposites attracting to even out the scales and then emit a sense of freedom. It's like queen energy, like being able to take two different, like, opposite ends of the stick for an asset to humanity. I'm sure that this has been confusing for you at times because you just really want things to be calm and collective. So you might not always understand why you attract such energies like that, but it's because you're really good at harmonizing. And people see this in you. It's something that people like try to be like. When they see you do this, they see that you can handle these opposite energies, and they try to incorporate some of that into their own life. And also this crystal, I mean, look at how gorgeous it is. It's like you're doing this dance of leveling, this leveling dance of bringing like opposite colors together and blending them in such a beautiful way. I feel like you plant seeds into so many people by the way that you see the good in sticky situations, or your energy helps other people to care for themselves and new thoughts, new ways of thinking. You bring new thoughts to people. Okay, so if this reading resonated for you, please let me know. Leave me a like, subscribe to my channel. This will help me to bring forth more of these messages. I send you so much love as you continue throughout the rest of your day or evening. All right, take care. Hello and welcome, pile number 2. Today we are discussing what makes you highly attractive. So we've got some cards I've pulled, and we've got this lovely little celestite crystal topped for you. Celestite is great for connecting with the angelic realms. It's also good for enhancing one's psychic abilities. So all the clairs. It reminds me of like deep waters, deep emotions, deep psychic knowings. All right, so what is it that makes you so highly attractive? Okay, your first card out is, whoa, we've got the Ten of Wands. All right, so I'm getting a feeling that even when somebody is full of pain, full of despair, full of hardships, I feel like you see their beauty. Okay, then we've got the Ace of Cups. Oh, so you may be actually like very beautiful or attractive, or you know how to feel sexy or make yourself look sexy or appealing. Then we've got the Prince of Swords, the Hacker. So for some of you, you might be really good with computers. For others of you, you may really know how to get inside, to feel inside to the core of another human being. Commitment. I want you to be part of my future. Ooh, so a lot of people look at you as like mate material. They would like to be your other half, your partner in this lifetime. They're hoping that they may have a chance with you. A lot of people believe that they don't have a chance with you. Chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense before. So a lot of people feel that they have chemistry with you. I feel like you have chemistry with everybody because you know how to get to the core of one's heart. You know how to make someone feel that they are in their heart. I believe that when you are with people, they know how to be a better person. I feel that you help people want to be a better person. You promote a sort of love quality. Love is the intention of your day. This is why it's your core being. Even when someone's bogged down in despair, you feel that there is hope. You know how to radiate hope, and this is attractive. Number 32, the garden at the top of the world. Okay, so a lot of people like dream about being in your life. What that would be like. They fantasize that like they would have no problems if you were like a paramount fixture in their world. Spying, social networks, information, and ways. Okay, so it could be some people may like, of course, the first thing that everyone's gonna say is like, like Facebook stalking you or whatever like that. But I think people, it's more than that. Of course, some people are doing that. Everybody does that when they think about or they see somebody. I don't. I don't even have a Facebook, but I'm saying the rest of the world, the people that I know, they're always like, let's look so and so up on Facebook. So I think that a lot of people, they do that. It could be that your ex went all the way to a different level with spying, and they actually, like, maybe if you broke up with someone, um they waited when they knew you were going to be going to work or when you'd be getting home just so they could get a glimpse of you and you're not even aware of that. Somebody has spied on you because just looking at you makes them feel better. Chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience. Okay, so I feel like for many of you, you put up a good chase. It's like this. You bring out you bring out a sense of love in every person that you're around. And this brings a lot of not so great people calling you, texting you, messaging you, trying to get into your life somehow because they feel that they're going to, they feel like they're seen and heard when they're next to you. You have, for some of you, you may have like a airy energy about you where you la di da, I'm just gonna like glide through the day and think about flowers and rainbows, and my head's gonna be in the clouds, and life's just gonna go on, and everything's just fine. And for some reason, when people are with you, their life is like that. Everything is fine, and they can actually see like a higher perspective of why they're going through shit. But then when you walk away, they end up feeling burdened down again, and they want that energy back, that lighthearted, celestial, angelic, high vibratory energy that you're able to hold. I'm not saying that you don't get bogged down and sad at times, okay? I'm not saying that, but you're able to hold love at a higher vibratory rate than a lot of other people. And it's almost like people feel like you're like holding a speaker in your hand and announcing to the world that love should rule the day and that you know how to do that. And everybody's looking around you feeling like, I feel so renewed when I'm with that person. I have like this, it's like this alternate person comes out of me, and all of a sudden I'm electrified when I'm sitting next to this person. And it makes them question everything that they've ever experienced in life because of the softness and the ability to bend reality into like a great place has never been done before that they met you. Not to that extreme. Okay, please clarify this 32 card spirit. Okay, so here we go. They they could be going through absolute hell, and you have the ability to pull the knives right out of their back and put your soft, gentle voice into effect and calm them right down, and then help them to feel a sense of self-worth when before they saw you, they were ready to just like throw themselves into the gutter. Ace of Cups spirit. And then we have it again. So it could be like people at work aren't getting along, and you move into the circle and you're like, well, someone like Shannon or Eric isn't that bad. Like I know I happened to talk to them and they were actually going through a really rough time. So if they misspoke to you, maybe you should cut them a little slack because they're not really in their normal self today. It's like you're able to be the peacekeeper. It's like you coordinate like a higher energy around people. You help them to see like a more delicate approach to every situation. And it makes some people feel that you are the one, that you are like the one for them. Let's get the chemistry card. Wow, yes. So many people are in love with you. They think you're like the pot of gold. They think that they want to have babies with you. They want to celebrate with you. They want to nail you down, hold you in, and keep you for themselves. But that's not what you're there to do. You're there to lift them up, not drag yourself down to the pits with them. And that's what would happen if they were to hold you into themselves. You wouldn't be able to shine your light the way you do if you became theirs. You have to stay for some of you, maybe you need to stay single a long time till you find the right person, because you're not going to be able to hold this light if you are pulled into someone's drama too much. It's like you need to come in and move out freely. Like the sun comes up and leaves each day. It's like you are there for one person one day, and then you leave, and then you're there for another person another day. It's almost like you're a soulmate to every human being on the earth for just a day. You need to renew yourself. Let's see, how about a card for this commitment? You need to renew yourself by pulling your energy in and being back to yourself. So don't give too much of yourself to one particular person. Commitment. Yes, so we've got the Two of Pentacles. See, this kind of energy that you hold is supposed to be shared with a vast amount of people. And if you're stuck just giving to two people, like primarily two people, maybe it's yourself and one other person, or it's two people specifically. If you give to them, then you're not going to be able to bend and flow into all that you're able to accomplish. I see you standing like a boss, giving one day to this person, and then you change. Like change is part of it's part of what makes you worthy. It's part of what makes your self-worth radiate, and it's what people absolutely love about you. So many people want to hold you down to keep that for themselves, but you wouldn't be able to do that. They would end up chasing nothing. So they might not get that. You might start feeling a lot of toxicity building up into your life when one person chases you for too long. I'm not saying there isn't the right one for you, and maybe you have found the right person for you, and that person has to share you in some degree, and they just get it, that that's what you are. Then you know you have the right person if they're able to share your beautiful love, your beautiful energy. Okay, so let's get a card for this Ten of Wands, Spirit. Yeah. So here you are. So when people are just like in total despair, I see you just like doing something to lift them up, something so simple. And it could be just maybe you'll be like, let's go to lunch today, when you don't normally go to lunch with that person. And this person might be like, well, let's start going to lunch every day on Sunday at 1:00. So, and then all of a sudden you get bogged down to that timetable, 1:00 every Sunday, and then you start feeling like a toxicity buildup. Okay? So you're just gonna have to take that person to lunch and give all that you want to give to that person in that lunchtime. And when they try to nail you down for an every Sunday occurrence, just let them know that we'll see. Like, we'll put it on the calendar as tentative, and I'll just call you that day and let's see how you're doing. Something like that would work for you, because yeah, you have to be able to hold this part of yourself. Let's see. How about a card on the hacker spirit? Yes, I put this card back and it came right back out again. So, what makes you feel so truly loved is when you're getting to the core, when you're able to really fully focus on another person, like their intimate and their most delicate, like the intimate and delicacy of their heart. You're like really tender and soft, and you have this subtleness about you, and it's like you're subtly able to get right in there, worm your way into opening up the light. And that's where you feel that you're in your most luxurious self. You feel beautiful, and people around you see the beauty within you, and all is at one with the universe when you're doing this. You may love the color purple. Greens also are like help you to look beautiful. You look beautiful in purple and green. Purple and green hues help you to feel more balanced. You see the world as abundant, and people like automatically go into a state of abundance because you see their abundance. You see their abundance all the time. You're always seeing someone else's abundance. Has someone ever done this for you? I don't know. You're going to have to find like outlets to, maybe you need to go alone a lot of times so that you can re-energize yourself, reorganize yourself, and make yourself feel comfortable again, because I feel like you kind of take on other people's hardships just a little bit as you give them your love. And people can feel that also. They feel like you're taking their hardships away from them. You could be like an empath. So for a lot of you just naturally, and there's so many different degrees of empathy. I actually did a reading on the different empaths. It's if you want to learn more about that, it might be really beneficial. So if you're an empath, then you're going to need to recharge your batteries a lot by going within and taking time out from the world. Because every time you connect with a person, it's like you're having a union of the souls. It's like you're doing a big job for each human being. You know the value of each human being. And it's like you're changing society one person, one problem, one moment at a time. So very beautiful. You're so elegant in your own way of nurturing the soul. Okay, let's get one more card on the spine card, spirits. Okay, so yes, so we've got an emotional counterpart that is trying to look at you, trying to watch you. People really enjoy watching you just be yourself, just walk about. It could be that you tidy yourself up well, or you just give off like this really beautiful like aroma. You could have like good smells to you, or you give off like a beauty, and you give off beauty in some sort of way, and it has people like totally hypnotized at times. They look at you as like a flower or like a sacred, um what's that, when it's scarce, like a sacred scarce flower, or like some sacred elegant flower that's only grown at the top of Mount La 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 Land. That's how they look at you when you come through. So they really want to get a good eyes view of you, because even looking at you can change someone's self-worth. But they also see you as like a daydreamer. They think that sometimes you might be too dreamy, or you just like lead with your heart too much, or that you're too sensitive. Some people might say that if they're like trying to gossip about you or talk you down. They might say you're too vulnerable, you're not strong, you like aren't able to provide like strength, because you can always see through to the loving heart of the matter. So if someone wants to be rude and talk about you, like, because someone's jealous, they might try to say that. But what are you going to do? There's haters sometimes, right? It's just the way this world is. We have we have just as much good as we have bad in this world, so it's up to us to decide where we want to play, what we want to make our sandbox made out of. And, you've got people watching you. People watch you a lot. I think both sexes watch you. Both sexes watch you. They both gain something from watching you. They both kind of fall in love with you in this strange way. And I don't mean like in a sexual way. I mean like their heart falls for you. Okay. So if this reading resonated, please leave me a like. Please subscribe to my channel. This allows me to bring forth more of these readings for you. Until next time, take care. Hello and welcome, pile number 3, to your tarot reading. Today we are discussing what makes you highly attractive. You chose this tumbled quartz crystal. Quartz are wonderful for helping to attune all over body wellness, entirety of body balance, keeping the mind clear, and providing people with higher energy levels. So I ask this crystal now to do just that for my pile 3s and for this reading. So what is it, pile 3, that makes you so highly attractive? Okay. Oh, we've got the Queen of Coins. Wow. Okay, so I had a similar energy in pile 1. Yeah, it looks like you are a very strong individual, someone that has like a solid foundation, somebody that when people talk about you, you like have your shit together. You probably like have your finances in a row, don't have huge amounts of debt. And if so, then you have like a plan to, right that situation. You've probably got way more money coming in than you have going out. Okay. Oh, wow. We've got the 2 of Cups. Okay. So the people that fall in love with you truly fall in love with you. There's no doubt. If somebody says that they love you, they 100% mean it. You do something to them, they fall for you like head over heels. They feel like this pull to you it's almost like otherworldly, like they have no control over it. They almost like you put a spell on them. Okay, then we've got Dominion, 2 of Wands. Could be that you like to strategize, or you like to learn about history or ancient histories, or like the human being evolution story, maybe Bible evolution stories. You may be even good at math. One of those things I feel like you like excel in. That for some of you it's going to be the sciences, for others it's going to be histories, and for others of you it's just going to be like learning things you enjoy very much to learn about, like in-depth, knowledgeable. It makes you feel powerful. Oh my goodness, the devil. Okay, number 15 in the tarot. Wow, yeah, there's people that have dated you that have literally like talked about you to their friends, to their colleagues, and like straight up called you the devil. And I don't mean it in a negative way at all, but they just feel like they couldn't quite get over you, that there was like a soundness, a stability, and a beautiful love that you brought that they haven't been able to match that. You're like this, you're like the dawn of a new day to some of your exes, or at least one. Somehow they feel that you manipulated them, and I'm not saying that you're like a narcissist or anything, but you have the ability to manipulate. You're like really smart. You know how to strategize and get what you want. And people find that attractive. People like seek you out because they see this in you. All right, we've got new chapter. I am trying to move on. So this is exactly what I was talking about before. There's some people that like, they feel like, they try to overcome the feelings when they had with you, but they haven't quite found someone to replace your specific energy. Reunion. We will always come back to each other. So this person I'm picking up on just believes that at some point you're just going to face the facts that the two of you belong together. I need to shut my door. So they're hoping that you're just going to like realize that your heart belongs to them, and their heart belongs to you, and the two of you are just like soulmates. Could be that you have been with a soulmate, that you've had like a rocky relationship, beautiful at one point, and then maybe disastrous at another point, rocky. They could have brought out a part of you that you didn't like. Or you could be in a relationship now that feels super stable, and that's why you stay in that relationship, because it brings you so much stability. Okay, we've got number 17, creative intimacy. Okay, so some people just like fantasize about like getting some edible paints and just like painting your body, because and even if you don't feel like your body's attractive, your suitors do. Your suitors are very attracted to your body, and they just kind of fantasize about like putting things on your body and eating them. Maybe putting some fruits on your body, or whipped cream, or like really just like worshiping your body, because they believe that you're such like you're held at such a higher standard than all the rest, that they would like to worship you in some way, in a beautiful way. And we've got influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. So it could be that you've been stuck in a third party relationship before. You could have cheated, or you could have been cheated on. Something about that is still like stinging you, or you still have like you feel sad about it. There's something that's causing a bit of sadness. some sort of somebody feeling like they're getting walked on, or that they're not being seen for who they truly are because there's too many people in a situation. Then we've got chemistry, attraction, spark, passion. So I feel like with you, you don't necessarily date people because you have like that initial spark, that initial attraction. Like that's important too, but it's not the only reason you would date someone. Whereas like maybe with the other piles, they would have gone more like, ooh, there's that spark. That's my person. But with you, it's more like you kind of like, if you have that initial spark with someone, yeah, that's something to you. But you look more like into your future. How is this person going to provide love in a stable way for you in your like upcoming years? How are they going to make you feel safe? How are they going to bring a soundness? I'm also getting like a sense of gold or silver here. For some of you, like jewelry is really important for you, or else resources from the ground. Others of you are going to be really great at decorating the home, and people find that ultimately like attractive when they finally walk into your house and they see how like integrated with the earth you are. Even if you live in a skyscraper, maybe like the way that you accentuate the fact that you are part of the sky. And for others of you that live on the ground, somehow you accentuate the earth element into your home. Maybe you like to put fresh cut flowers into your home, or you like are really good at landscaping around your home. You make it very appealing to the eye. It's sexy. The way something about your home is very, very attractive. People feel closer to the earth when they're around you. They feel closer to their roots, to what, like everything that ultimately comes from this earth, everything that is here on earth ultimately comes from this earth, but somehow you make people feel closer to the earth. Maybe you display like jewels that come out of the earth, or you display something from the earth that makes people feel closer to the earth. And for others of you, you have like this beautiful earthly glow. And if you don't believe you have this glow, I'm telling you, you do. Okay? Maybe like your skin emits like a really pretty like tone that makes people feel closer to the earth somehow. Maybe you care about eating healthy. You make sure you have like a raw vegetable or a raw fruit in your diet every day, and it makes your skin emit like a tone that ultimately brings people to this. I just keep coming to this, ultimately bringing people to the earth, closer to the earth. It's very like, it's almost like it's in your DNA to do this. It's something that your body does without you even noticing. You radiate stability of earthly treasures. You could be very like conservative. Let's see. You could be like conservative, and maybe you know how not to like accumulate a lot of garbage, or you're conservative with your money. Let's get more on the Queen of Coins. She's really standing out to me right now. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. Whew, so some people, okay, so you might have inherited money through someone's death, or you've worked hard for your money, but somehow like you have some amount of resources that someone else might have like blown through or used up with, but you used it to make more stability into your life. Maybe you bought something that makes you very balanced and comfortable, but you didn't use all of your money to do that. But it shows like that you're close to Gaia, to Earth, and that her resources are kind of like at your disposal, but in a conservative way. All right. Let's get something on the Two of Cups spirit. So we've got the Nine of Air and we've got the Five of Earth. Okay, so there's somebody that when they go to bed at night, they actually don't get sleep because they they think about you. They think about the light that they think about the light that you brought out in them and all that they invested into you. They feel like they've been left out in the cold. It's like their angel won't open the door to allow the light to this light to just like flow through their life anymore, and they might lay in bed and be like mad at times. Tell me more about this devil energy, spirit. Okay. So we've got the Three of Wands. So it's like they're mad at you because they're still thinking about you. They hope that they can find somebody that has that level of like smart. It's like you have this swagger or this allure that is like magnetizing, and it almost feels a little bit devilish, but it's super sexy. Maybe you dress really well, or you know how to like accentuate your beauty in some way. And they look to the future. They use you as kind of like a model of what they would like for their future spouse. Show me about this new chapter. I'm trying to move on. So they haven't found anyone that has the ability to speak the way you did, that has the ability to hold strength and to just like be this powerful person. It's like you pushed the boundaries of being smart, sexy, and stable. Maybe you like to cook, and that's what you use to be close to the earth, and that makes them feel like abundant and closer to the earth. Reunion. So you help people get in touch with their spiritual side. You help them to feel closer to their higher potentials. It's almost like you guide them properly, or you help them to find the strength within themselves to be a better person. We will always come back to each other. So they secretly hope, they have this inside hope that you're still thinking about them. Tell me about this chemistry card, spirit. Attraction, spark, passion. So we got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it's like you wouldn't go in the direction of just like someone that's like, that looks like the devil. Like if someone's like gorgeous and super sexy, like dripping sex, that's not going to necessarily grab your attention. You might talk about how good looking that person is, but you're going to stay here and take your chances on something that's a little bit safer. Something that's a little bit more closer to the earth, more down. where people aren't going to be looking at that person all the time. Like, you're going to find somebody that's not so seductive. And people like that. Like, they know that about you. They know that you're going to do that, and they find that really hot. Tell me about this influence, this card, Spirit. Wow. So the Knight of Cups. Could be that if you're not comfortable, if you're not happy in a situation, you look to like another, instead of like gracefully bowing out of a relationship, you may like look to another like another sexual partner to help you get out of your current relationship. Or you fall in love with another being when you're already in a relationship, or that has happened to you. All right, anything else? How about on this creative intimacy? Creative intimacy. Anything I need to know? Okay, so we've got reflection, projections, detachment, and cold. So there's been times that you've been with another person. It could be this relationship that you felt that they became cold to you, or you became cold to them, and that you might have like brought out a negative side to each other. So it's like you knew that the relationship was over, but you didn't have the heart to tell them. That could have happened to you. So people might think that you could stay in a relationship even if it's cold, even if it's like detached, even if you're not feeling the love, that you might stay in a relationship come hell or high water. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but people think that that's what you're going to do, and they find that very appealing. Altogether, people believe that you're not going to take like a huge risk because you care about your stability. You're very attractive. You're very affectionate. You might be conservative at times, but you cultivate love from a sense of being... My children are in the background, excuse me. I think you hold a lot of discernment when it comes to being in a relationship, and you speak out when you speak out, but you don't like to rock the boat unnecessarily. All right, so if this reading resonated for you, I ask you to please leave me a like. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.